Happy dogs is what I like, brothers. Dogs that get on, dogs that don't fight, dogs that work well together in the bush. This is Johnny, my new dog. Isn't he a beautiful dog? He's a year old and he's done a lot of hunting. He's seen a lot of pigs. He's been trained by a very good pig hunter. But he's still making his way in my pack. He's still learning what my dogs are doing and how they do it, and also having to work with new people. Mostly the young fellas I take out. This weekend just gone, we got a couple of pigs. Actually, we got more than that, but it was two we took home. And whilst Johnny there didn't do anything bad at all. Yeah, John. Oh, he comes every time. Good boy. He didn't do anything bad. Good dog, John. Good dog. John, come. Good boy. He's been very well trained, haven't you, eh? Good dog. That's a good boy. And he gets on well with pace. And that's what I want to see. He didn't do anything bad in the bush, but he didn't do anything good either. And I've got no expectations of him for the first month or so. He's still learning, and he's just young. He's learning about a new pack and new people. But what I'm pleased to see is there's no aggression. And other than the odd bark in his kennel, he's a pleasure to have around. So we'll see how he goes. Anyway, brothers, and the occasional sister joining us. This is not a video about my dogs. Just thought I'd let you know what's been going on. And I will be posting that second hunt up on, definitely this one will be on only on Patreon because it's got graphic detail. I've got my mate who got ripped up by a 155 pound boar, which he not only got towed up and he got a couple of good holes in him, but he also managed to get it out of the bush. God knows how. Some people have just made of different stuff. I would have gone home and cried to my mum. So I am showing that. I'm also showing his wounds on that there, but that's strictly Patreon. It's nothing I would put on public. I'd lose my channel in a heartbeat. And it's also got blood and guts and the boys swearing. And when I say swearing, every swear word you can think of. Two young fellas that I'm helping get on their feet with hunting and teaching them the ropes. And so, yeah, the old days of posting videos like that on YouTube have long gone. You can't put them public anymore. You lose your channel in a heartbeat. And a lot of channels have gone. How the hell my channel's still there, I don't know. I guess it's because I pulled my head in at the last minute and just kept it private for those that really want to support what I'm doing. So that video will be up, and I don't know, right now my daughter's staying with me, so I'm just not doing a lot of editing, spending time with her and doing my 3 walks a day with the dogs. What I want to talk today about to you guys is about the worst thing we have in our society, in our community, the most dangerous thing we have. And what it is it's young men. It's young men that don't have fathers to guide them, that don't have good upbringings, that angry young men. I was in town outside the rock shop a couple of days ago. I went in to buy myself a new guitar amp, and as I was backing in, I just nudged the car behind me. Little did I know that the guy in there was an angry young man, and he got out and he wanted to literally kill me. He wanted to punch me. He'd come out and stood over me and goes, "You can't, you just fucking hit my car." And I kept soft mouth and soft body language because I know how to deal with violent people. I've dealt with them my whole life. And I went, "Yeah, bro, my bad, sorry. Yeah, I did hit your car, but I think it's okay." "You fucking can't, are you on P?" I said, "No, bro, I'm not on P." He goes, "What's wrong with you?" And I said, "Well, let me begin." And I proceeded to tell him all the things that's wrong with me, which threw him off. I said, "Right now I've got pericarditis, I've got a lot of chest pain, I'm intimidated by the tattoos around your neck and it's making me a bit fearful for myself, so I'm a bit scared right now. I'm just getting over a really bad COVID, it just knocked me for a 6. And I kept on telling him all the things that was wrong with me, and he didn't want to hear it, of course, because he was pumped up wanting to smash me. He was actually standing over like he was gonna. And I was ready to fight him if I really had to, but I just didn't want to go there. So I was really keeping soft voice, soft mouth, soft body language. And when I told him, I sort of exaggerated things wrong with me. I made them worse than they really were. And I said, "Yeah, bro, I'm really struggling, and I'm sorry about your car, but I'm going to put it right if there's a dent in it." There was no dent. He said, "No, it's okay." And then suddenly he realised he was being a cunt, and he said, hey, bro. He said, "I'm sorry, I've been drinking. I've been having a few drinks." And he put his hand out and he shaked my hand. In the meantime, somebody had called the police, and a lady from across the road had come over, and she said, "Oh, that's just not acceptable, that behaviour." But there's a lot of young men in our society like that all the time. And the reason I took the approach with him is telling him what was wrong with me is I knew straight away there's something very, very wrong with him, that he's got to be that angry to someone he's never met. He was looking for a reason to just lash out and hit somebody. And had I not responded the way I had, if I'd reacted in a bad way, I would have got smashed out by him. So there's a lot of this going on, and we just recently had this terrible case of this young man who's mentally unwell, who stabbed 8 innocent people. Sorry, 8. I think it was more than that. He killed 6. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know that the baby of the mother he stabbed has survived, thankfully, but she's dead. Just a tragic event. And we're going to see a lot of this more and more unless we get a huge amount of resources put into mental health. Now, this is what happens. And I know about this because I deal with it a lot with people I help. The first thing you have is you have the young man and the family either developing a drug problem or developing any sort of problem, and the family get around and they try to help them. They try to do everything they can. They give them their love, and this young person constantly bombards the family with negative energy, aggression, anger, bad emotions, and sooner or later the family just cannot sustain that. They can't handle that anymore. It just becomes too much. It's overwhelming and everything's so difficult. And what do? They distance themselves. They cut that person off. That's why you have these angry young men that their families have abandoned them. And the families have to, because when you've got someone coming into your home and smashing up your house and your walls and always bringing you down, you've got to pull away for your own sanity, and it happens. And then health services, they might go there a couple of times, but they never ever pick them up fully. There's a few that do, but they fall through the wayside, and then they're dangerously loose in our community, and then they either hurt themselves or they hurt somebody else. And that's what we see. The problem begins right at the very beginning. It brings the upbringing of the child, and it is about making sure that that child learns that there's a support network from the very beginning when things start to go wrong. And it's really difficult because we can't always get it right with our families, because everybody's uniquely different in their own right, and they've got their own unique set of different problems that they have to address, and it doesn't always work out perfectly, and you need help from outside. So that's my spin on that, and it's only my thoughts. I'm not necessarily right in everything I'm saying, but it's what I've seen so far, and I just wanted to leave you guys with that today in this short Broadsheet Club video. If there is a young man in your community that's struggling, and you see the family struggling with them, reach out and try and help. Right now I've got a young guy that's possibly coming to me. He's 25 years of age, which is much older than I normally help, but he's got quite a problem, and his father's contacted me, and so is his doctor, and he might be coming here on the farm. We'll see. One thing he's got going for me is he loves dogs and he loves hunting. That's a good start, but right now I've got a lot on my own plate, and I'm on the edge about taking him on. He's really going to have to want to make a change himself, and if he is, then I will help him. He wants to help with his diet, and he wants help with just getting himself on track. So that's a young guy I've got to look after, but also got to look after myself right now too. I'm still waiting for my MRI results. I got an MRI last week, which I paid for, $3,500, thank you sir, or 3,200 and something, because the system wouldn't pay for it, and I badly needed to know what the hell's going on with this pericarditis, because if it is pericarditis, I've had it too long. That's a video for another day. We'll keep you posted on how I'm doing on that. I'm not that sick in that I can't go hunting though. It hurts, but I still can hunt, so I'll keep on hunting as long as I can, because that's my passion, that's my quickening, that's my happy place. We've all got to find our happy place and be there sometimes, otherwise we'll go nuts. Go steady, check on a brother if you know a brother's struggling, and I'll see you very soon. See you later. Johnny. Good legs on him, eh? Teamed up with old Nut now. Three runs a day minimum on the farm for these guys. Elbow. She can still do it, man. She chased the big one this weekend, didn't you? Sadly, it had a satellite bore with it, and we ended up getting that instead, the smaller pig. That's okay. Good dog, Poe. You're a good girl. Good girl. Good dogs. Good dogs. Where the hell's Johnny now? Here, John! Oh, there he goes, right down the corner. Here, John! And here he comes too. Good dog! Here, John! Oh, he suddenly decided to stop. Here, John! Here, John! Just waiting for him to... Oh, here he comes, okay. Just turned and looked at his mate Nut. It's like, what's going on here? Good dog! You didn't muck around getting back. Good boy! Good dog. Good dog, John. Come on, mate, let's go get you some postium, yeah? Come on, let's go. Come on. Daniel's gone a bit further with the hut. He'll be leaving later on today. Anyway, guys, love you and leave you. Have a good one. See ya.